Okay, now we're actually going to talk about two different things. We're going to talk about the iPad app, which is also for iPhone and iPod, Dragon Dictation. It's free. You can go on to iTunes and download it. We're also going to talk about email. You need to have email hooked up for Dragon, as well as Wi-Fi, a wireless internet connection to use it and to send it via email. Send your notes via email. So what is Dragon? Dragon is a speech-to-text. You talk and it will type for you app. And let's go ahead and try that now. So I'm going to open it up. This is what the icon looks like. Okay, green, Dragon, fun. If you don't already have the app, you can either look for it on the iPad through the App Store. Let's see, right here. And just type in Dragon or Dragon Dictation. Or you can go onto your computer and search through iTunes for it and download it there. Once you've downloaded it to your computer, you can then just plug in a cord to your iPad, and then you should have it. So I'm just going to assume you have Dragon already. Now, one thing you need to be aware is, besides the wireless internet connection, Dragon needs to have your email already established on your iPad. So what we want to do is go to Settings. Depending on your iPad, iPad 1, iPad 2, whatever iPad you have, go into Settings. You want to find where it says Mail, okay? And you want to add a mail account, an email account. Hopefully you've created one through Google or Hotmail or Yahoo or somewhere. And when you want to add that email information into your iPad, the store, you're going to go to Add Account. Now, I already have 5 established on here, and we'll just assume that you've gone through and looked at how to do that. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just put in the basic information, your email address, password, all that, so that you can still look at your own email with the mail icon right here. But Dragon requires that. It needs that to send the documents and the speech that's being generated into text. So, what is Dragon? Let's see how it works. I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to show you. What usually comes up is something like this. It says tap and dictate. You're going to tap once to start, tap again to stop. Blah, blah, blah. Now, it did say blah, blah, blah. Let's try it again. Hey, I didn't say blah, blah, blah. I said, that's crazy. Hey, Isaac Bubba, blah. I said, that's crazy. You'll notice that I didn't say Isaac or Bubba, but what's interesting is the microphone for the iPad is pretty small. You'll see that little notch right there, that little tiny dot. That's the microphone for the iPad. That's where you're going to want to speak into. And it does pick up background noise, so be aware that you need a quiet room for it, and you may need to practice to slow down your speech if you talk too fast, and articulation. If you have a student or yourself trying to use it and you have certain speech sounds that aren't that clear, like an R or an S or an SH, this may not work for you that great. So just be aware of that. When you're done and you're ready to send whatever you've created, you're going to hit the arrow pointing down platform. It'll bring up some options. Email, you can cut or copy, send to Facebook, Twitter, or you have settings. Settings is just account information, like this is for the US. You can copy it into other apps that you have on your iPad, like a note, audio notes, notebook, Penultimate, different things. But we're going to email, and I'll show you how we do that. Okay, we're going to send blah, blah, blah. Hey, Isaac, blah, blah, blah. And notice that the email that where it's coming from, that's us. I'm going to send this from my email account already. The default for that comes up, you select. It's from your list of email accounts that you have put in your settings from the start. You need to do that first. I've just chosen the one that I use the most often. You can reselect any of them, it doesn't matter. And then who you're sending it to. I'm going to go to somebody else's email account. Now you can send it to yourself. I'm going to send it to, PK, myself. So it's coming from P. Kirkinen RSD-7, going to P. Kirkinen RSD-7. That's totally fine, because then you're going to have an online bank of all the work from Dragon for you to use. The subject, you want to be aware of maybe the date that you're sending this, what kind of content or work it is, and who it is. If you've got multiple students using the same account, you want to say, oh, this is Bobby, this is Frankie, this is Julie, this is Samantha, whoever, and preferably the date, because it's coming from an iPad. And then you just hit send, and that's it. So that's it for Dragon and email.